Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Tapoco Lodge. You see their ads in our show. Do yourself a favor, make reservations to stay or to eat at the Tapoco Lodge the weekend of May 12th. That is a river release date, which means the river is up right beside the place. Kayakers going by. It's a perfect place for a day trip or an overnight or even weekend stay. Tapoco Lodge. Make reservations for the weekend of May 12th. You will not regret it. All right. Folks, let's have a little fun. Antisocial is the segment we do on occasion. Probably do this, I don't know, half dozen times a year. Usually the tweets are going from Tennessee fans to other people. This time they're coming from other people toward Tennessee. It seems that Tennessee's marketing department put out a tweet this week that backfired a little bit. I do want to see their social media crew at UT is about as good as anybody in the country. All right, some things, nobody hits bats 1,000. Those guys do a great job of promoting UT, so this is kind of a one big screw up, and at least that's the way it was viewed. But let's show you the thing. Here we go. There's the tweet. It's too small to read, but the bottom line is Tennessee put out a tweet that says, "Be coached by the best, then become the best." It shows 90 different NFL players that had been coached by Tennessee coaches, the current staff. Well, the problem is, obviously, and we can go to the next tweet, Georgia, Alabama, and rival fans all pointed out, this may be the saddest tweet I've ever seen. Get real. Whoever runs this account should be ashamed having to use other schools' players to justify yourself. The next one, I see you taking credit for producing Georgia and Bama players fall football. The next one, this is absolutely hilarious. The Dogs, thank you for the free advertisement. Next, ha ha, thank you for negatively recruiting yourself. And then living vicariously through Georgia and Bama.
Ooh,
okay, then things got really bad with this next one. John Theus, the former Georgia player, can y'all please take my name off this list? Someone pointed out that David Johnson, Tennessee's new receivers coach, was Tyrann Mathieu' high school head coach for 1 year. Lots of laughs. Doubt he had a lot to do with him being an NFL defensive back. Next up, isn't this what people got mad at Kiffin for? Which it was, because he promoted all the Southern Cal guys that he had coached. And then the next one, when you look at the list of names and realize they're duplicate names and there really aren't 90 players, and unfortunately that's true too. There were 88 players, so 2 guys were doubled up. All right, after that, people got funny with their GIFs. When you've been bad for so long, you have to promote recruiting with players from other schools, and then somebody used Peyton with a thumbs down to say even Peyton wants you to take it down. After that, you knew it would go to Butch Jones. Somebody put the champions of life just keep failing. Somebody gave Butch is even giving it a thumbs down. And then the last one, is this a leadership rep? And then Tennessee folks got involved. That top one on the left, that's VFL and longtime Pittsburgh Steeler Ramon Foster saying, just trying to figure out if I'm the only one who sees something wrong with this. A Tennessee fan says, never thought we'd stoop to promoting other SEC schools to get top recruits to come to UT. Another one said, please delete this tweet, it's embarrassing. And the last person there I used, this is a terrible recruiting marketing technique, focus on the Vols. It's about tradition, not who the heck you've coached at some other school. Here's the thing, not to disagree too strongly with Angela there in that tweet, but I do disagree with her. Players don't come to a school for the tradition. Most high school players are looking, how do I get to the league? I think this would have worked perfectly if they'd taken it, printed it, put it in an envelope, and mailed it to recruits. The problem is when you put something like this on Twitter, which is the pit of the universe, everyone, the whole goal of Twitter is to be mean and snarky and mock things. That is the goal. When you put it on there, you're asking for it. But I don't have a problem. You guys may disagree. I don't have a problem with saying, hey, our coaches have coached all these guys. If you do it one-on-one, you put it out there on Twitter, it doesn't look good. Your thoughts? Was this just a bad idea or badly executed where they used it?
Yeah, because you can tell the recruits directly, so you don't need to use Twitter so that they know that you've coached all those players that are in the NFL. That message has already been delivered to prospects and will continue. So that's something that Tennessee should do. But for social media, it's a different ballgame. And when you put hashtag VFL, hashtag powered by the T, you're opening yourself up to be mocked.
And I hadn't noticed the hashtag VFL until you pointed it out. That's pretty bad. Since I think Cam Sutton was on that list because Terry Fair coached him for a year at some point. Forgotten that. I guess he was a GA.
Hashtag don't do it again.
Yeah, hashtag don't do it again. Right. Do you agree, though, that if you do it one-on-one, that's fine?
I think
Yes.
yeah, I think you're right. I think that would be the better approach to it rather than putting it out on Twitter. And they may also be doing that, but that would have been the only avenue in which they should have used.
Yeah. Mike?
Yeah, to just echo what you said about Twitter, your boy, you better be careful.
Yeah, you don't want to give anybody anything they can take and use the wrong way. I know. All right. Hey, I also want to mention this, all right? Games and Things. They want to thank you. They had a huge deal last week. They had their big spring clearance sale last weekend. So the spots you're seeing that are running in this show that say it's this weekend, that's not true. Pay attention to the dates. It's not this weekend. It was last weekend. But they've always got great deals for you on their bar tables, their bar stools, pool tables, everything you could possibly want. They got it. Check them out, OurGameRoom.com. Games and Things. Sale was last week. Great merchandise still there. Get by there this week, Games and Things. When we come back, hopefully I danced around that one pretty well. Please forgive me for the wrong spots. When we come back, we're going to talk about Tennessee investing in its football program. They're spending money. We'll show you how much. Come on back.